welcome to Ocean View. I am Vanessa and this is our brand new first episode. Yes! And what are we gonna be doing here? Yeah, we're gonna be reading stories about real life people that they shared online. And I'm here to give my take, my thoughts, and have a conversation about it. You can join the conversation down in the comment section too, okay? So, without further ado, let's go ahead. And our first story goes: we left our friend in another country. A few years back, me and 3 other guys went on a summer trip to Malta. We'd all been close since our first year at uni. One guy in the group, let's call him Leo, was always late. He'd say he'd meet us at the station at 8, and half past he'd still be just about to leave the house. He'd probably show up late to his own wedding. On our last day, we had the whole villa to ourselves before the flight. Leo decided to go for a hike. No big deal, we had 7 hours before we needed to leave, so we packed his bag and left it ready by the door. 3 hours later, we called him to say it was time to head back. He said no problem, he was just having a coffee. 2 hours after that, we called him again. He said he was on his way, but it didn't sound like he was moving. We checked, and he was still at the same coffee shop, a 3-hour walk away from the villa. It was a Sunday, so we couldn't find a taxi number anywhere. We told him to find a ride back to the villa and straight to the airport. He said, "Don't worry guys, I'll just run back." We told him to please just get a taxi. He said no, he didn't want to spend the money. So we texted him that his suitcase was already packed at the villa and that our taxi was booked and leaving soon. He said that was fine, he'd make it in time. Well, he didn't. He didn't even really try to rush. 3 hours later, we were already sitting on a plane when the messages started coming in. "I'm back now, where are you guys? When's the taxi coming?" We had to tell him we were already in the air and he'd need to catch the next flight. He was really hangry. His parents and his girlfriend were upset with us too, but honestly, I think he brought it on himself. Well. Before I say something, let me just say, not the asshole. Your friend was very careless. I mean, what did you think was gonna happen? You think the plane was gonna wait for you? Society doesn't move just because you are doing your own thing? Nuh-uh. And one thing I have to say, why are the parents and the girlfriend even getting involved? No, darling. Nope. That's not how it works. So, yeah, not the asshole. Your friend is careless and he just got what he deserved. And you shouldn't even worry about it. Tell me, do you agree with me? What would you do if this was your friend? Would you leave him behind? Would you stay behind? And what would you do if his parents and girlfriend came for you? Me? Easy. Blocked. I'm not dealing with that. No, not me. No. But I would like to know, what would you do? Leave your take in the comment section down below. Let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Am I the asshole for making my daughter call the coach to tell him she is quitting? My daughter tends to give up on things. She'll try a hobby, decide she doesn't like it, and then want to quit. This happens with almost everything. Hobbies, activities, commitments, it's been a hard habit to break. If I force her to keep going, it's a bad time for everyone. She has a strong, stubborn side, and she'll make sure everyone feels it. I've made her finish things before and it never goes well. She's 12, and this summer she asked to join the running team. Now, just a few weeks in, she says it's too hot and she wants to quit. I told her no. It'll cool down soon. But she says she's done either way. Last night at practice, she complained the whole time and even forgot to bring water. Luckily, a friend shared some with her. I told her if she really wants to quit, she has to call the coach herself and tell him. She hates talking on the phone, gets anxious about it, and has refused to make the call. So that's where we're stuck. She's upset with me, my ex is also upset, and thinks I'm being harsh, that I should let her quit and make the call myself instead of putting that on our daughter. Now, I'm gonna say right away, not the asshole. You did what you had to do. And I think you should make her call the coach. I'm gonna tell you one of my personal experiences. When I was young, I wanted to join the Scouts at some point. And I told my mom I wanted to join the Scouts. And my mom said no. And I was like, why? And she was like, yeah, I need to buy uniforms for the Scouts, and I'm not gonna do that knowing that you're gonna last probably like 3 weeks. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't make a fuss about it, so maybe here is the difference. I didn't make a fuss about it. The reason why I didn't make a fuss about it, I think, is that I recognized that the reason why I did want to was because I wanted to be with my friends. My friends came to me and told me all these stories where they went camping and stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to do that too. And, well, that's not really a good reason to join the Scouts, right? And I'm happy that my mom said no, because honestly, camping is not for me. It really isn't. So she did me a favor. And the reason why she did that is because I did join some hobbies and things that I ended up quitting very early on. And she was like, absolutely not. We're not doing that. So I've been through this situation, not to the extreme that I can see here on this case, but my mom shut it down before it was too late. And I think in this case that it's going to the too late route. So her mom needs to step in and get her daughter to be responsible. Now my comment about the father. Father, take a step back, talk with the mom, and see her reasoning. Just because you don't want your daughter to go through the inconvenience of calling because she is anxious, and let me tell you something too. I don't like calling too. I really don't. But when I have to, I will. Because she is gonna have situations in her life that she will have to call at someone. How would you handle this situation if your daughter was just quitting every hobby, every commitment, and then making you the one to bail her out? I'm curious about your take. Let me know down there in the comment section, what do you think you will do in this situation? So guys, before we leave, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. I will see you next time. Bye bye!